guys, it's Kirby. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking all things hair dyes. Semi-permanent hair dyes, deposit dyes, whatever you want to call them, fantasy hair colors, if you will. I have this feeling, or I just know that a lot of people during the summer especially like to add color to their hair, especially because school's out. Usually people have summer break. It's time to have fun, you know, like colors are just fun for the summer. So I thought I have a little bit of experience with dyeing my hair all kinds of different colors, and I also have experience with a whole bunch of brands, rather using the brands, not like directly with the brands, but using the brands. So I thought that I would give my like top 5 or 6 recommendations on different semi-permanent hair colors that you can use to dye your hair with. I'm just going to make this blanket statement at the very beginning. Most of these dyes will not work on dark hair. If you go to their websites or if you go and research the product themselves, they'll probably give you a little chart, just like on a boxed hair dye, of how the dye will affect different color hair: blonde, light blonde, or blonde, light brown, medium brown, dark brown. However, most of these dyes will not show up on anything other than blonde or bleach hair. So if you are someone who has light brown to blonde hair naturally, you most likely will not have to bleach your hair. If you're someone who has light brown to dark brown hair and or black hair, you will definitely have to bleach your hair before you put these dyes on, because they will not show up otherwise. I have had some stories of people using darker colors like purple and blue and red over dark hair without bleaching, and they have a little bit of success seeing the color in sunlight. But generally, overall, you're going to want to bleach your hair or go to a salon and have your hair bleached first, and then put these deposit dyes or semi-permanent dyes over top of that pre-lightened hair. Also, be sure to wear gloves. If you are doing this at home, wear gloves, wear gloves, wear gloves. These dyes have a tendency to stain, so just be sure to wear gloves. Even if the box tells you that you don't have to wear gloves, wear gloves. Always wear gloves, wear gloves, wear gloves. And again, all of these are going to say that they are semi-permanent hair dyes, which means they last anywhere from 8 to 12 washes or 8 to 12 weeks, depending on how often you wash your hair. If you'd like your hair dye to last longer, don't wash your hair as often. Dry shampoo is going to be your best friend. I wash my hair probably once or twice a week. I wear it up a lot during the week, and I only style it on the weekends, really. And the lighter the color, also, it will fade quicker. So if you're doing pastels, yellows, greens, especially, those tend to wash out a little bit quicker, and they will not last the 8 to 12 weeks or 8 to 12 washes, versus purples, blues, reds, things of that nature. So just be aware, these are not going to last very long, but they will last a decent amount. These are my top recommendations for longevity, color, conditioning, you know, all those types of things, everything in between. And my final remark is that these dyes will not completely wash out. No semi-permanent or depositing dye, even if it claims to on the box, will fully 100% wash out of your hair, especially if it is pre-lightened. They have staining qualities to them, and they are depositing dyes, so they are essentially like going to the core of the hair, and they are going to latch on for as long as possible, I promise. So if you have bleached your hair and are putting it over top of that, just note that you will probably have to use a color remover and or bleach that section of hair again to remove the color entirely. They will fade over time, you know, month after month, after week, wash after wash. It will fade eventually, but there will still always be a slight hue to the color or to the hair. No color actually ever washes out 100% completely. Again, in my experience. Personally, in my experience, there's always like a faint hint or hue to it, so just be aware of that as well. Those are just blanket statements regarding any semi-permanent depositing dye or fantasy hair color. Now I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of like my top picks. I have, again, tried quite a few different brands out there, and these are the ones that I just highly recommend to anybody who is just diving into the fantasy hair color world for the first time, because they're my favorites. They're also in no particular order except for the very first one that I'm about to talk about. So my number one recommendation, top pick of all time for semi-permanent fantasy hair color is Iroiro. It is my absolute favorite. It's the one that I continue to come back to. It's the one that I continue to love. It's the one that makes my hair look and feel the healthiest. I just actually re-dyed my hair from my strawberry lemonade hair, which faded very quickly, to this. I used the Iroiro Peach Pastel, which is $2.50. I put that all over and it gave me this like lovely peachy orangey look, which I love this color for summer. If I could come back to this color for summer every single time, I would. It's my absolute favorite. But Iroiro is my number one favorite color of all times. I always stock up if they're having a sale. Anytime I have money off at Sally's, this is what I'm picking up. So let me tell you a little bit about it. They have 18 premium colors. They have 6 neon or UV activated colors, which means they glow under black lights. And then they have 6 pastel colors. The 4-ounce packages, which is these little ones, these are $10.99, and then they have a larger size, which I don't have on me right now. They have a larger 8-ounce size for $16.99. So the 4-ounce and the 8-ounce packages are available on their website. However, they also are available at Sally Beauty, only in the 4-ounce packaging. They offer 30 colors at Sally's Beauty, and they are $11.49. They are vegan and cruelty free. They are coconut oil and quinoa protein based. They have no harsh chemicals, free of PEGs, paraben, methylene, peroxide, ammonia, PPD, and alcohol. These, they also have a very nice scent to them. Again, I cannot say enough good things about these. They're creamy, they're conditioning, they make my hair feel so good. The color is very vibrant. On their website, they say they last from 6 to 12 washes. Now, I have found that if I sit under my hood dryer on freshly pre-lightened hair, I apply the color and I sit under my hood dryer, I have found that they last very, very long. I'll pop up some pictures of some of the looks that I've done with the Iroiro hair color. It honestly is amazing. I have never experienced like hair color like this. I've used their UV activated, it glows under black lights so well. Their pastels, as you can see, so nice and soft, and also their premium colors are amazing. The only colors that I've had trouble with in the past are the green. That has faded pretty quickly, and the pastels fade pretty quickly because they're already really light to begin with. My only issue with them is that when you are mixing them with each other, I feel like when you apply the color, it gets a little spotty, but alone, they are amazing. They have such a wide variety of colors, and they also mix with other hair colors decently, like Kiss Tintations and Adore, Creative Image Adore, which we'll be talking about in just a second. They mix with those really well. Again, top recommendation always and forever will be Iroiro. It's the one I go back to time and time again. It's my favorite. The next two that we're going to be talking about are kind of like budget-friendly options, and I'll talk about them separately, but the first one is going to be the Kiss Colors Tintation hair dye, semi-permanent hair dye. These you can find online as well as at many beauty or hair supply stores. I buy mine from the hair supply store that I often go to for my wigs and other types of hair supplies and things like that. They're not widely available in other places like Sally's or anything like that. You can also find them at Walmart. They range anywhere from $3.99 to $4.99. So online, they were $4.99. These stickers from US Hair are $3.99. I think it depends on the retailer. It comes in 54 mixable colors. So it has a wide variety of colors to choose from. I have Limelight, Orchid, Flaming Orange, and Neon Peach with me. I think I have Funky Yellow over there as well. They come in 5-ounce bottles. These last anywhere from 8 to 12 washes as well. They are free of ammonia, peroxide, sulfates. They are made with aloe vera water, which is similar makeup to keratin, which is a protein found in hair. They are conditioning. It says enriched with argan oil, olive oil, keratin, and collagen. These make my hair feel very, very soft. They make it shiny. These feel very conditioning and replenishing to the hair, I guess, especially after you bleach your hair and your hair kind of feels damaged. Then to put these on top of them, very conditioning. These are also really great for wigs. I see a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube using the Color Kiss Tintations for wigs as well. So I'm actually going to try to dye some synthetic wigs with these. I know that these work really, really well on like natural fiber wigs and things like that. You can put them in hot water and dye the wig that way. What I like about these in particular is that they are a little bit more of a loose texture, so they are a lot more of a liquid dye, and so that makes them very, very mixable, which is really, really nice when you're trying to make custom colors and you're trying to match colors or you're trying to really customize something. These are very, very liquidy, and so when you're trying to mix them together, they actually incorporate with each other, and so they're giving you a very nice pure color when you're mixing them together. Great budget friendly option if you can find them at a hair supply store in your city, or if you can order them online. This is a really good option. However, I will say these ones, you really do need to have blonde hair or like pre-lightened hair to use these and for them to show up very, very well. They don't go over dark hair very well. The next one is again another budget friendly option. It is the Creative Adore color. These come in about 59 colors, so again a very broad range of colors to choose from. You can find them online or at a hair supply store as well. I got these for $4.49 for a 4-ounce bottle. They retail anywhere from $4.50 to about $5. It depends on where you're getting them. These also have a very loose texture. They are a lot more liquid in nature, so highly, highly mixable, which is what is a great benefit of these. Free of ammonia, peroxide, alcohol. 8 to 12 washes. These are also, again, good for wigs, good for natural fiber things. Extensions and things like that. I see a lot of people on Instagram using these. These are much like the Kiss Tintations. These are very similar in nature. You're going to have to pre-lighten your hair to use these. They do not go over dark hair very well. However, what is nice about these is that a little bit goes a long way. So whereas in the Iroiro it's a cream, 4 ounces does not go a very long way because it's creamy and you kind of have to really apply a lot to saturate the hair, versus 4 ounces of a liquid dye like the Kiss Tintations or like the Creative Image Adore. These go a lot further on your actual hair. So, and I think they soak into the hair a little bit easier. What I really like about them though is that they're highly mixable and they have a huge color selection. Another good option for hair dye is the Lime Crime Unicorn Hair. They have 25 vibrant full coverage shades and then 10 hair tints or pastel shades. They're $16 for 6.76 fluid ounces. They come in jars like this. Again, creamy, think of like paste conditioner almost. They're available online or at Ulta. They're vegan and cruelty free. They are a damage-free formula per their website. I don't exactly know what that means. However, I have used 3 of the full coverage colors. I had black cherry, anime, and a peach, neon peach I think it was. They showed up and met my expectations and actually kind of blew me out of the water, if I'm being honest. I did not have high expectations for the unicorn hair. It gets a lot of mixed reviews. However, I feel like their full coverage shades, especially on pre-lightened hair, do very, very well. Again, this is another type of brand where I feel like you really do need to pre-lighten your hair before you use it. I had good results using the unicorn hair, and I would recommend it to someone, especially if you can get it online. I think why I had actually used this in the first place was because Ulta, so long ago, it was a while ago that I used this. Ulta was actually having like a hair sale or something, and I could get them for 50% off. For $8 at 50% off, yes, buy all of them. But for $16, I would say get the one that you actually want. They do say that if you have longer hair, you're going to need 2 to 3 jars. I found that 1 jar on medium length hair was just enough. So if you have long hair, make sure you're taking into the account that you may need multiple jars. Definitely $16 for 6 ounces, over 6 ounces, not a bad price. I think my only complaint about this as well is that the jar, it's a little hard to get like the color out of the jar. Does that make sense? My last recommendation is going to be Arctic Fox. I bought this a long time ago, a couple years ago, and I've only ever used this purple Girls Night. It's because, and I bought this because Sally's was actually out of Iroiro. I actually wanted to use their purple, but I ended up using this one. Arctic Fox is available online, Ulta, Sally's, no peroxide ammonia PPD. It comes in 23 colors. They have a 4-ounce bottle for $10.99 and an 8-ounce bottle for $16.99. It says that it lasts 4 to 8 weeks. It doesn't say anything about washes, and I honestly think that when you're selling a semi-permanent hair dye, I think that selling it per weeks is a little misleading because it really depends on how often you're washing your hair. If you wash your hair every day, it's gonna wash out in like a week or 2. If you're only washing it 1 or 2 times per week, you can definitely get up to that 8 weeks. So I think it depends on how long or how often you're washing your hair. It's cruelty-free and vegan. It has a nice scent. I do recommend this mainly because it performed so well. The color was light, it was vibrant, it wasn't damaging. My hair felt very, very conditioned. I've only ever used this one purple. I haven't ever rebought them because I immediately went back to my Iroiro. So I couldn't tell you a lot about the other performances of the colors. I do know that the Arctic Fox is curly girl friendly if you follow the curly girl method. I know for a fact that Arctic Fox is curly girl approved. I'm not so sure about the other ones if they're curly girl approved. I don't see why they wouldn't be, but maybe I'll put that down in the description box below. I'm unclear, so I will have to do a little bit of research on that. But yeah. The color just performs really, really well for, you know, an 8-ounce for $16.99. I don't think that's too bad, but it performed well and it's very conditioning. It's cruelty-free and vegan. I'm unsure if the Kiss Tintations and the Creative Images Adore is cruelty-free and vegan. Oh, the Adore, the Creative Image Adore is cruelty-free and vegan. I don't know about the Kiss Tintations. I was looking it up online. It doesn't say anything on the bottle. I was looking it up online and it says that they are cruelty-free. I don't know about vegan. So I'll have to put that in the description box below. These are my top recommendations for hair dyes. I have tried other hair dyes out there. I have used a wide variety. However, these are like my top, what, 5, 6 that are easily available either online, hair supply stores, or at Sally's or Walmart. I think no one can go wrong with these. I think that they are high quality, high performing. They last in the hair. They're conditioning in the hair. And other than bleaching first, they're not going to be damaging to the hair. If anything, they're going to be repairing to the hair and conditioning to the hair, which is what we all want when we have our fantasy dyes. So yeah, I will link all of these down in the description box below. So if you are interested in checking any of them out, you can do so on your own time. What are your top recommendations for hair dyes or for fantasy color semi-permanent dyes? Let me know all of that down in the comment section below. I'm always looking for recommendations. I like to try a lot of different kinds of dyes out and things like that. So if you have a top recommendation, let me know down in the comment section below. Let's start a conversation. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, give a big old thumbs up. As always, please be sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. I would hate for you to miss out on any more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys.